Hi, welcome to Nina in the Kitchen, where today we are honoring another fake American holiday, Cinco de Mayo. I wanted to make enchiladas because I want you to see how simple that enchilada sauce is. So we're gonna jump right in. I'm going to do chicken enchiladas, but first I want to show you the sauce. I have 1 quart of chicken stock. You can use water. So here we have 1/2 of a medium-sized onion, 2 cloves of garlic, and I have 4 ancho chili peppers. Now, these are ancho chilies. The ancho chili starts life as a poblano chili pepper, and they're very mild. They have some spice, but nothing that you probably can't handle. They put a thing on the package. You can see there's a little thermometer there. Every packaged pepper will tell you how hot it is. You don't have to use ancho. I like them. They give you a little bite, but they're not too much. And so here's how I prep them. You have a stem. It's a whole pepper. So you have a stem. I just cut right across. I take all of the meat from around the stem and this gets thrown out. And inside, just like on a regular pepper, on the inside you're going to have all of these seeds, and I throw those out as well. And because this is produce, I rinse all of these before I put them in water. Then what happens is you put them in boiling water until the onion has gotten very, very soft and is falling apart. And these will also be very soft and falling apart. I always plan on making more than I can use at one sitting, and then I'll freeze it. It freezes beautifully, and then after that, it's a quick meal to go together to make enchiladas. I want you to see that these are the chilies, and when you buy them, just sort of feel the package and bend them to make sure that they're not going to break. You see, these are very supple. That's what you want. You don't want these to be brittle. If they're brittle, then there's not much left of them to contribute to the meal. So just make sure you have them where they're flexible. I'm gonna let this run for about 25-30 minutes. I'll put the cover back on and I'll see you when it's boiled up. Hi, well, we're back. The sauce is still perking away here. It's been about 35 minutes. This is now ready to get whipped up. You can put it in your blender. I'm going to use this little stick thing I have here. And before I do that, I'm going to put, I have 2 tablespoons of cornstarch in 4 tablespoons of water. This makes what is called a slurry. It will thicken your sauce, and just a little bit. Now you see, as soon as you add the cornstarch to the water, it's nice and thin. There's no lumps in this at all. So now I'm just going to pour that. Let me just taste this and see how we are, because so the possibilities here are salt, cumin, and black pepper. And let's see. Definitely salt. This chicken stock had nothing in it. I'm gonna go all 3. I like the smokiness of the cumin. I think that'll be a really nice taste. And maybe just a 1/4 teaspoon will do it. All right, so we're there. That's it, enchilada sauce. Goes together in a ½ hour. Total do ahead. It's delicious. You can use water if you have nothing else. Water is actually more authentic than using chicken stock, but since I had the chicken stock and it adds more flavor. So now what I'm gonna do is just clean this up. I will set up for the enchiladas and I'll show you how to do that. Hi, well, we're back. I have the enchilada sauce, and what I've done is I put a little bit of oil in this pan. You'll see why in a minute. I have a little enchilada sauce in the bottom of this plate, and again, you'll see why. I have some corn tortillas. I think I have 6 or 7 of those. Some cheddar cheese. You can use Monterey Jack cheese or Colby. That's also very good. I have 1/3 cup of olives. These are just California black olives. And I've shredded some chicken. Now, if you've never shredded chicken, all that you do is you get a large piece, larger than this one, and you just pull on the strands and you just separate these pieces into smaller shreds. And the reason for doing that is that it gives you a really nice mouthfeel, meaning that it's a nice bite. A diced chicken just doesn't taste quite the same. So all that I'm going to do is put everything right in here. The olives go in, the cheese goes in, this gets mixed up, and then to this I'm going to add a little bit of this enchilada sauce, about 1/2 cup of sauce. And now you just toss this, and here's how you put it all together. I have this pan on medium, and these tortillas just go in. If you have a griddle at home, this is a great use for your griddle. Great time to pull it out. Okay, now here is your visual cue on this. All of a sudden, you'll see that this gets kind of lumpy, bumpy, and what's happening is the tortilla is softening up and it's starting to cook. So now is when you can flip it. You want this to be pliable. You see here it is, it's bubbling up again. You just want this to be soft. Don't let it get hard. And then you take it, you put it right in this enchilada sauce. I don't know why this fork is here. I'm sure I had a reason at one time. And then you just put it onto the plate where you're going to roll the enchilada. And here's how that works. You take some of the filling, and then you just roll it seam side down. I'll do it again. Put some filling in here. Then just roll it up, and the seam side goes down. Park them next to each other, and I'm just going to finish the rest of these, and I'll see you when I get back. Okay, well, I finished this pan. I fit 6 tortillas in here. This is an 8x8 inch pan. Each one of these has about 2 tablespoons of the filling. And this filling is very basic. It turns out so delicious. I'm just putting just a little more sauce on everything. And of course, before it goes in the oven, you want to put a little cheese on it. This goes into a 350 oven, and I will keep it in there for about 12 minutes. You just want to melt this cheese, 10 to 12 minutes. You don't want this cheese bubbly and hot, because if you go for that, what's going to happen is the tortillas dry out and then they're just not as good. So in 350 oven, about 10 minutes, I'll let you know, and I'll see you when it comes out. Well, we're back. It smells so good in here. So this took 10 minutes and it's pretty perfect. See, the cheese is melted. These are still tender. They're not crunchy at all, which is exactly what you want. So that was 10. And what I'm serving this with is a little shredded lettuce. I have some cheddar cheese to go on top, some sour cream, a little extra enchilada sauce, just put some on the table, and some scallions. So let me just taste one of these. I'm going to go for the whole enchilada. I know, it's corny. And this is yet another way to use your rotisserie chicken. How nice, huh? Some cheese, and of course you need a dollop of sour cream. And scallions. Isn't that beautiful? This is such a great meal. It feeds a lot of people. You can make as little or as many as you want, especially if you freeze the sauce. It freezes beautifully. Let me just taste some of this. Cheesy. I love the bite of olive that you get and the cheese. You can do different cheeses, you can do jalapenos, you can do whatever you want. It's so delicious and it's so easy. And so I hope you try it, and it's yet another way to use your rotisserie chicken. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Please follow me on YouTube by subscribing, NinaInTheKitchen.net for the recipes, and Facebook, Nina in the Kitchen. Bye, guys.